What's that I hear you say? Give me an affordable electric vehicle packed with all the mod cons we've come to expect and love that's perfect for suburban life. Well, here it is, the GWM Ora. It stacks up pretty well on paper, but before we get into that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Car Sales channel, and let us know what you think of the Ora in the comments. The GWM Ora lineup comprises 4 model variants, the entry-level Ora standard range and 3 extended range variants. For each of them, a single electric motor sends power to the front wheels via a single reduction gear. We're testing the cheapest of 4 GWM Ora models, the Ora standard range. And what does it cost? Well, less than when it launched here in February, as the price war with MG and BYD continues to offer the cheapest EV in Australia. It's a win for buyers, and I wonder just how low will they go to keep that title. Warranty and service periods are in line with its Chinese rivals, which means a generous 7-year warranty, 1 year more than BYD offers. But there's no free charging to sweeten the deal like we see with some other EVs. The Ora has a vibe all of its own, although those headlights are giving Mini and perhaps even Porsche a solid mimicking. The Ora standard range is powered by a 48 kilowatt-hour battery, and it's good for a claimed range of 310 kilometers on a full battery. Now that's in the same ballpark as similarly powered rivals like the BYD Atto 3, but it's actually better than the Mini Electric and the Nissan Leaf. But more on that later. The small battery's charging times are pretty good as well. Power and torque figures are the same across the entire range, and it's safe to say you won't be buying the GWM Ora for its 0 to 100 time. There's a real sense of familiarity in here. These dual screens are reminiscent of a Hyundai Ioniq 5. This switchgear is very mini. This quilted leather seat, it could be any number of premium SUVs. And maybe it's for that reason that I actually settle in pretty quickly. The 6-way electric adjust faux leather seats are comfortable, tilt and reach steering wheel offers good adjustment, and the steering wheel feels nice in hand. Quality fabrics blend with some very low-rent, robust-looking plastics, killing the mood somewhat. The interior finish, however, feels well put together. I'll be honest in saying my expectations were low, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Storage is good for small bits and pieces, but it doesn't have that clever, cavernous practicalities that we see in the Kia EV6, for instance. I don't know about you, but these days, if Apple CarPlay works well, and it's wireless in this case, if it works well, then I'm really happy. It's a pretty basic interface outside of that, so it is quite easy to master through this touchscreen, and I like the fact that I've got wireless charging as well. If you don't want to use the touchscreen, you can also use your multifunction steering wheel, but that is a little bit harder to master. Now there are also some shortcut buttons here, most importantly, that take you to your climate control, but you'll still have to use the screen a little bit to drill down into that. With the exception of a couple of features, the basics are covered. But the Ora's infotainment screen froze on multiple occasions for us, bringing into question the overall quality and durability of the system. The digital instrumentation cluster, really easy to see, very clear right in front of your line of sight, offers the usual things like tyre pressure monitoring, trip details, driving efficiency, and so on. A 360-degree camera provides great quality imagery, and rear sensors are standard. And I love this feature where you can see just how close you are in centimetres. The entry-level Ora has a strong safety suite. With the exception of auto parking, front sensors, and front cross-traffic alert, it's identical to higher spec models. As you can see, the second row is quite spacious, generous legroom, really good headroom, good outward vision. There's plenty of room for 2 adults and enough room for 3 kids as well. There's an armrest with 2 cup holders, seat back pockets, a USB outlet, and indoor storage, but no dedicated air vents. The Ora features 2 ISOFIX and 3 top tether anchor points as standard. A gas-strut tailgate reveals a smallish boot, and unlike many electric vehicles, there's no frunk or under bonnet storage in the front. You'll find charging cables as well as a repair kit here. 60/40 split fold seats open up your luggage capacity, but it's still a fairly limited load space. You don't have to physically start the Ora, you just jump in and it's ready to go. You turn this dial to D for drive and you're off. And like all EVs, power is immediate. Overall, the Ora's powertrain performs well. It's zippy and responsive. Everything we love about EV power. Crisp, immediate and whisper quiet, whether from standstill or on the roll. Again, I was expecting the handling and dynamics to bring this vehicle undone, to be honest, but it stops, it starts, it corners really well. On par with BYD and MG, I'd say. Not quite as good as Hyundai and Kia's well-honed EVs though. Ride comfort is good. I suspect those 18-inch wheels and plenty of rubber help to deliver a supple ride. It's the ergonomics in the Ora that I'm struggling with. I'm finding it hard to find the perfect position behind the wheel. Refinement levels in the Ora are probably what you would expect from an entry-level vehicle, just not one that costs around $40,000. There's quite a bit of wind noise and also some mechanical noise that are kind of like weirdly creeping into the cabin. My other gripe with the Ora is the indicator stalks. They can be really sensitive, really tricky to turn off or cancel once you've got them going. So that's not only annoying, but it can also be a bit unsafe. The Ora Standard's claimed range is 310 kilometres on a full charge, but real-world driving suggests quite a bit less, more like 275 kilometres. Despite not being 100% comfortable with my position behind the wheel and the overall ergonomics, outward vision is really good and it's easy to get a good feel for the Ora's place on the road. I'd like to say you get what you pay for, but we all know that you can get a lot more for $40,000. It just won't be an EV. GWM is counting on the Ora's green credentials, softening the blow where its shortcomings are concerned. And for some buyers, it might achieve that. It is, after all, currently one of the cheapest EVs you can get your hands on before incentives. I'm impressed by the GWM Ora's ease of use and commend the safety kit across the range. The small battery proves itself city car worthy, but the quality of the infotainment software is dubious and indicator sensitivity frustrating. But the Ora's headline is its price. Just because it's a cheap EV doesn't make it affordable. If you're sitting on the fence about the switch to an electric vehicle, the GWM Ora will certainly do the job, quite convincingly. But I'm not convinced it's your bang for buck solution. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know what you think in the comments.